back, I now recognize the gentleman from Virginia, Mr. Walkinshaw, for 5 minutes of questions.
Thank you, Chairman Garbarino, for convening today's hearing and for our witnesses for joining us. Last week, I visited Minnesota with 27 other members of the House, where we heard from community leaders and members about the brutal, masked secret police that have been unleashed in their streets. They've shackled peaceful protesters, pulled guns on children, dragged pregnant mothers, and, as we all know, shot an unarmed mother in the face. Just yesterday in Minnesota, we heard from local law enforcement leaders that their off-duty officers, United States citizens, have been targeted by ICE. Had the department honored the committee's request, and I appreciate the chairman for making the request, for acting ICE Director Lyons to testify today, I, and I think others, would have questioned him directly about his role in escalating tensions by deploying thousands of masked immigration officers, I should say masked and minimally trained immigration officers in Minnesota. With that said, I want to just discuss another one of this administration's failures. Last year, President Trump's DOGE and its chainsaw wiped out 72,000 federal jobs just here in the National Capital Region, which includes the district in Virginia that I represent, including a lot of cyber professionals. These are patriotic Americans who chose a career of public service, and instead they were fired, pushed out, or moved to support this administration's mass deportation effort that's currently, as I noted, harassing U.S. citizens, including law enforcement officers in Minnesota. CISA, as we know, is the lead agency to defend and mitigate against threats to our cyber and physical infrastructure, lost a third of its workforce. 1 year ago at CISA, much of its career workforce was bullied into quitting. They were threatened with rifts that would not come with any severance. So-called probationary employees were fired. In the recent government shutdown, some CISA staff even received the illegal RIF notices, and court after court after court has determined that those RIFs, attempted RIFs, were illegal. Others were moved to ICE or to CBP or told they'd be fired if they didn't accept their transfer order. CISA has cut support to critical partners like the multi-state ISAC and the election infrastructure ISAC, while the department has dismantled key oversight and prevention efforts, including eliminating the Cyber Safety Review Board. And the leaders behind the pre-ransomware notification and Secure by Design initiatives have left. At a time of persistent and growing cyber threats from malign foreign actors, these choices by the president and the secretary have weakened our defenses and left our critical systems and infrastructure more exposed and the American people more vulnerable. Dr. Gottumukkala, has CISA conducted an analysis to prove that its current staffing levels enable mission delivery? Have you done that analysis?
Congressman, thank you for the question. Please allow me to clarify. I think capability, somehow I think the narrative comes across in the media as these 800 people just left overnight. That's not the case. This is a workforce transition program. People who participated in the program did so voluntarily. And
yeah, I don't agree with that, but just answer the question, please. Have you conducted an analysis to prove that your current staffing levels today enable you to accomplish your mission? Where is that analysis?
Congressman, the work that we do is mission-focused, which means capability is measured by outcomes, not headcount. And CISA remains fully operational from what we do, from securing the nation from...
So you have not conducted an analysis. Is there an analysis you can provide to the committee to determine you can meet your mission with the workforce you have today?
Congressman, we support every single statutory authority given to us, and we support every single one of that for the mission.
Okay, thank you.
That has not been compromised by any...
Okay, so there is no analysis. Funding for the multi-state ISAC has been eliminated. I referenced it. I'm sure you know a lot about it. The center provided no-cost services for cash-strapped state and local governments, especially small local governments in rural communities who don't have the ability to do this on their own. Has the threat landscape against state and local governments diminished or increased over the past year? Has it gone up or down?
Congressman, thank you for the question. And again, consistent with all ISACs, there is no federal funding, but we do work with all the ISACs in releasing the joint security products. We deployed automated communication for the joint cyber defense collaborative, expanding the real-time communication.
Thank
to
you.
more than
You've managed to answer
1,000
none of my questions. You haven't answered a single question, but thank you for coming.
Gentlemen,